Good evening, everyone. Slightly distracted by the follow that came through there. Amazing. Thank you so much for that, straight off the bat. Yes, welcome. Happy New Year to everyone. And welcome to episode 44 of Malt Magic Campaign 2. This is the Playing a Detective Agency campaign. I have just been totally thrown off by that follow, so thank you very much for that. Cool, yes, welcome everybody. You will notice a few changes just in my setup. The green screen is gone, and that's because my dad's now built so much shit for D&D for me to use that I needed to put it on display. So you'll see a few bits hovering around. There's a new little chest up here, just up there. Which was a latest edition for Christmas, so thank you very much for that, Dad. That now holds all my dice, and just about holds them all. And then behind that's my DM screen, and there's bits all over the shop, including the little dice tower, which is just down here. But rather than me blab on about my office and the state of it, and just some of the changes that you'll see, let's run down our usual shout-outs and thank yous, and let's get into this episode, because it's been a few weeks, and everybody's keen to go and torture an elder by the sounds of the chat behind the scenes there. So yes, this is our first stream of 2024. I hope everybody had an amazing festive season, an amazing Christmas, amazing New Year, or whatever you were celebrating over that period. Hope everybody had an amazing time. There are a few tools that we use in the background, or not so much in the background, so we will give them a huge and a very quick shout out and thank you as well, and then we'll get into it. So let's run down those tools. So a big thank you to Incarnate, Albo Radio and Dungeon Alchemist, which we use for our virtual tabletop and mapping, and then a huge thank you to Hero Forge, but also some AI tools from OpenAI around character visuals and sort of artwork idea creation, if you want. We are still on the hunt for our next artist to go and formalize the artwork, but until we do that, we will just be using some stuff that we can generate very quickly for the show. Of course, a big thank you to D&D Beyond for everything there, although as I said previously, there are other tools that I may be looking at that allow us to use other game systems as well, as and when we decide to do different games, so we might be looking at some of them in the near future. And then there's the DM's tools that I use in the background, so Ksoon, 5e Magic Shop, 2 Minutes Tools, the Thieves Guild and World, Anvil, everything there from how long it takes to travel certain distances, to puzzle generations, to timeline generators, to calendars, to full campaign management capabilities with World Anvil there as well. So go check them all out. They're amazing. They will streamline your game, I promise you. And then any of the musical tracks or sound effects that you hear are courtesy of either Tabletop Audio or BattleBards, so please go and give both of those a check out as well. BattleBards does require a little bit of a subscription, and I am going to reach out to them again to see if we can get another gift subscription, another month's gift subscription, so watch this space for that. But Tabletop Audio is free to use for the majority. There's a few little lines in the terms and conditions, so go check them out. Make sure you do meet those terms and conditions and have a way with it. It is amazing. Once again, want to say a huge thank you to both Homie and the Dude and the Eldritch Press. We are joined again by Tom and Bodhi. I'm slowly going to stop doing this thank you because they are now just part of Malta Magic. Yes, Homie and the Dude is there, and we will always talk about everything that Homie and the Dude are doing, but Tom and Bodhi are now part of Malta Magic, so they are just here. They're part of the family. They're part of the furniture now, so to speak, and we are so happy to have them both here. But there is also Fletch from the Eldritch Press, who has given us some giveaways in the past and continues to do so. Working on a new Kickstarter, and we'll talk a little bit about Kickstarter things coming up soon as well. Not us, but more details on some of that in just a second. So yes, a big thank you to both of those, and hopefully everybody caught the sort of the Homie and the Dude end of 2023 recap. If you haven't, please go and watch it. The first hour is everything that sort of Homie and the Dude did in 2023, and the second hour and a half or so is a heart-to-heart between Tom and Bodhi. I cried, Tom cried, Bodhi cried. It is an amazing video. Please go and watch it. We will make sure. We've already shared it on the social media channels, but please go and watch it because it's a very important discussion around all things around mental health and physical health, and just generally being honest and open with each other, which as men, we all struggle to do so. So use that example, and please, whether you're male, female, or however you identify, please watch that and use it as encouragement to go and talk to others around what you're feeling and how you're feeling. Cool. Please go and check out all of our social media channels that you can see along the bottom there. So Twitter or X, Twitch, Instagram and Threads, YouTube, and of course TikTok. We have got a new schedule in place ready for our social media stuff, so you will see more coming out. We did take a proper break over the festive period, so there's not been too much on the social media channels other than a few sort of Happy New Year's and Happy Christmas and those different things. But yes, expect more from us through 2024. And if you're not already with us on the Discord channel, then please do come and join us. I posted a homebrew not so long ago, which was the monster stat sheet for Zapanir the White, the Dracolich that our campaign 1 players fought not too long before the end of the campaign, actually, and that was an amazing fight. Awesome little monster to play around with there, so you can go and use that for your own games, royalty free, because yeah, we're not bothered. So yes, please come and join us on Discord for all sorts of other things. There's been some more fan art going on there, there's discussions. We're going to be doing more hopefully this year on Discord. We'll work with Homie and the Dude as well to do more on Discord as well. But yes, and then the VOD for this episode will of course go out on Friday, but if you don't want to watch the video, or if you would rather listen to us, then please come and check out the podcast as well on your platform of choice. Podcast is now well over 3,000 listens, all-time listens, which is amazing. Very, very proud of that. So thank you so much for everybody that's supporting us on the podcast. We love you all. Please do come and join us on Discord, even if you're just listening on the podcast. I'm going to start to try and do a few more things for those who are listening on the podcast. I keep promising it. We will have a think around what we want to do there. And yeah, I guess just some way of saying thank you to you all. And I think with that, that is me. So not quite the smooth and streamlined intro I was planning in 2024, but it's the first one back, so we'll let myself off for that one. But listen, there will most certainly be adult language, will definitely be adult humour. You have been warned. Let's get this on the road.
Hello.
Happy New Year to you all.
2024, let's go.
2024, yes, and a toast to 2024. I am drinking out of my Bothrid glass, which was gifted to me by Dave.
I was drinking out of my Dragan one last night. I was having a proper big whiskey after finishing a big job.
I'm doing dry January.
I'm now making use of
wank.
the decanter. Dry January. January's depressing enough. Sorry, I don't understand anybody that does dry January.
Well, it's not official. I just haven't had a drink yet, so I was like, oh, let's see how long I can go. But you know, depends how shit work.
I give you
this week, and then I might smash it on Friday.
20 past 8, mate. Yeah.
If I roll 3 ones in a row, I'm going to go get a beer.
Good stuff. Excellent. So yes, as we said, a few changes for 2024, mainly in sort of the setup. Dave's had a change of setup tonight as well, unplanned, but we'll gloss over that one. Cool. Let's run down the lineup before we talk about a few things that are coming in 2024. So I am Matt. I am your dungeon master. I am much more relaxed tonight than I was in those few sessions before Christmas. So thank you everybody for bearing with me. I will also be playing the sidekick character of Mace. Any NPCs, and of course the evil guy tonight, which is Dragan. So looking forward to that.
It's going to be good. Hi, I'm Dave, and I am playing Jewel of Shadows, the female tabaxi rogue. Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting episode tonight. I'm really looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. Hello, I'm Danny, and I play Lex Order, your UNT clockwork sorcerer, and I'm going to have a lightning bolt charged and ready to go for Dragon's face.
Hey, I'm Tom. I'm the father half of Homie and the Dude. I play Cavan Buckland, a human barbarian. I'm starting to get worried because everyone else seems very prepared and I am less so. So
no, I'm just good at acting prepared.
I was going to say, it's purely an act.
Never prepared.
What is up, everyone? I'm Bodhi, son half of Homie and the Dude. I'm playing Edgiest Bones, your favorite bard sorcerer that is here to fuck some shit up. And man, there's nothing more metal than kidnapping someone and holding them for personal ransom and asking questions and detecting things, I guess.
Detecting.
So let's go.
Like a metal detector.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, good stuff. So yes, we will do a quick recap in a minute or so. But Tom, Bodhi, I did want to give you a couple of minutes because I know you are soon to launch, or talking about launching, your next Kickstarter, which people can go and get themselves notified when that launch is now. Or yeah, you can click on that now. So we will provide some links to that as well. But I wanted to give you the opportunity to just talk about that for a couple of minutes because, of course, we will be supporting that once again. So yeah, take it away.
Do you want me to go, Tom, or do you want to go?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so we are going to be releasing our second Kickstarter. It is a TTRPG agnostic setting that does have some 5e rules in it if people would like them. But it's basically this beautiful setting that is going to be a giant floating city that you can plug and play into your world as and when you wish to. It's called the Wandering Tavern, and it is what we're calling a grungy Studio Ghibli inspired TTRPG setting. We're super hyped about it. You'll be getting a 15-layer battle map of every floor of the entire setting itself. You'll also be getting over 30 NPCs, a bunch of key locations, probably like 15 plot hooks, and a bunch of other stuff in there, not to mention some new airships to go with our Sky Zephyr system that we released, magic items, and a bunch more stuff as well. So keep your eyes peeled for the Wandering Tavern. It's being written by our amazing Emily and myself, and I'm super hyped about it. It's turning out great already. We're going through our first pass of the first draft. So we're cooking through it at the moment and hoping to have it written and done by the end of January, and then we'll be looking to get that running soon. Tom, do you want to add anything?
Just that I've been reading through this first pass of the manuscript and just loving it. You guys did an amazing job. It's super entertaining. I think folks are going to love it. So yeah, well done, Bodhi. Well done, the team, and looking forward to another Kickstarter.
Hell yeah. Woo.
Take my money.
Absolutely.
And yes, and the Planar Detective Agency are going there when?
Whenever Matt.
In the back of my mind, just have this tavern just go.
If the Planar Detective Agency went there, you know the film The Raid, where they go through every floor fucking shit up?
Yeah, dude.
That's what I want to do.
Dude, that sounds incredible, bro. That sounds incredible.
But if history's anything to go by, Jewel would make it to the entrance.
Yeah,
literally
level 2.
Misty step in, bang down, right, come get her.
Absolutely good stuff. So let's go and dive into a D&D session then. So where we last left off, the party, or the Planar Detective Agency, had sealed or closed, healed, whatever you want to call, the planar portal outside of Morse Taesi, which had been fritzing and was damaged in some way. It was once a portal to the Feywild, and as it was being healed, it was changing to something very different, so the decision was made to permanently close it. And then reported back to the Elders of Morse Taesi, where a bit of a frosty welcome was had or was given to our party, and there was stuff that the elders were clearly hiding, and Jewel, in a moment of brilliance as well, decided to take an invisibility potion and just hang around and see what happened. In this time, Cavan had returned with a new friend, a warforged paladin called Mace, who has some affiliation to Paragon. And so there was a question and answer session with the elders where you described what had happened. You asked for the information on Mayanora, and also asked for some information on another character known as Maximilian Klein, and got a little bit of information. And as you then left, feeling less than satisfied with the information you were given, there was a moment where Jewel witnessed the horrific murder of the youngest elder of Morse Taesi, Sylara, orchestrated by the other four. And then the escape was on. You all decided to go and in fact, I'll jump the gun. Cavan and Mace did not return quite this soon, but did return later on. So the party, consisting of Aegeus, Lex, and Callum at the time, then retreated out to the outskirts of the city and laid a trap ready to catch any guards that were following them, along with Aramis, or I forget what you've all nicknamed him, but the ginger druid, who was your bait, so to speak. And yes, Callum was recaptured by the Lord of Winter, the Fey Lord, who is also Callum's patron. You've not quite figured out what's going on there, but there is something afoot there. In that moment, Cavan and Mace returned, and then you dealt with the guards that were following you, and in the process of that whole chaos moment where you interrogated some guards who were there to just see what you were about, and intimidated some guards, Jewel popped back and sort of, once that was finished, regaled you with the story of what she'd seen and the horrors of the Elders' keep. Not just the murder, but also the strange creature that dwelled within the basement area of the Elders' keep. You headed back to Dryad's Gate to regroup, to rethink around what was next, to coordinate with the druids of Dryad's Gate, see if they were in on it, see if they could help. And you spoke to Brom of the Moors, who is seemingly the arch-druid of Dryad's Gate, and discovered that Morse Taesi had been quite aloof. They had distanced themselves from the what is known as the dual councils of Dryamere, if you like, which sit within Dryad's Gate and the elven city of Iolin in the mountains to the north. And so you decided as a group that it was time to get more answers, but this time you would be in control. So a heist was set up, was planned to go and interrogate, to go and kidnap one of the Elders of Morse Taesi. So plans were put in place, and you travelled via plant back to Morse Taesi, and in the dead of night snuck into the house of one Dragan Ironheart, and had to deal with a lot of puzzles and a bit of a horror, or house of horrors, so to speak. There was a mirror puzzle, there was a lock puzzle, a key puzzle, and then there was a darkness puzzle as well. But eventually managed to make your way through the house, find a secret entrance into Dragan's study, where then it was a case of, we need to do this quick or we ain't doing it. And in some rounds of sheer brilliance, because I've listened to it not so long back, and yet again I'm sat there thinking, I got one spell off, and the party just absolutely owned Dragan. But you managed to capture Dragan. Jewel then forcing some poison down the half elf, half dwarf's throat, which paralysed everything but his throat and his ability to speak. Put some manacles on him, which prevented him from using any extra planar travel type mechanisms or teleportation capabilities. And then very quickly threw him onto a cart which had been acquired by Mace, who then called their celestial steed, and you all booked it, packed it, and fucked off through a tree back to Dryad's Gate before anybody was any of the wiser, as the house imploded and sort of collapsed in on itself. And so we begin tonight.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. They didn't realise that anyone was there, and there was nothing untoward that happened. I don't think anyone's going to realise that the Planar Detective Agency were there at all.
Got in,
so I shouldn't have left a business card on the site of the implosion. Then,
I just don't think any of us looked back at the explosion. You know, I think all of us were just
we did
being
that
too
cool go off in slow motion thing where you don't look back.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, all the capes and hoods
there
just
was a rendition of
me.
Bad Boys. There was a rendition of Bad Boys as you were driving off. But yes, so we begin tonight's episode as you have barreled through this portal back into Dryad's Gate, with Dragan Ironheart bundled in the back. As Aramis just sits there and goes, "Remind me why I signed up for this shit again. That was too close, too close. Next time give me a bit of warning before you hit tree."
Yes, we did not realise it was going to be that, well, difficult.
It's been 2 weeks, guys. Give me a break. Fucking hell.
You chose the one NPC that has a strong accent to just dive straight in with. Incredible.
Yeah. All of my NPCs have
hilarious.
strong accents. That's the problem.
Look.
So, did you get to your after? Is that better for you, Danny?
I'm gonna elbow Dragan.
I thought he was Welsh.
I'm gonna elbow Dragan in the back and be like, "Yep, got him."
So, you would all know that you have an hour before this poison starts to get fatal.
Do we have time to get to Gibby's?
Yeah, let's. Well, he'll find out. He'll find out once we arrive. Let's just pull up out the front, get the body inside, and just get out of like the streets where everyone can see us. I think.
I am so glad that did not sound anywhere near as bad as what is actually happening.
I tried
just gets the body out of there.
Yeah, I tried to play it down. I just tried to play it down. Dragan, shut up! I'm gonna elbow him again, even though he's not talking, and be like, okay, is everyone ready? How close are we up there? To whoever's driving the fucking cart.
So it's Mace that's driving, and Mace just could be like, "Don't worry, I'll have you there in 2 shakes of an elk's tail, I guess." And
so
the
that
cart
was going
then
somewhere
pulls
else.
up outside Gibby's.
Cool. As we pull up outside Gibby's, we'll like kick open the back of the cart, like grab Dragan's feet and just drag him onto the solid concrete, like not waiting for the others to come and like grab his body, just like straight off the cart onto the ground. And
I'd like to think as I'm helping lift the body, I'm just using shocking grasp every time I touch him.
Yeah, tasing the shit out of him, and then we'll carry him inside. We'll like, I assume like kick Gibby's front door open like with our feet and carry the body inside.
And as the door bursts open, Gibby's just there going, "What the fuck? Edius, what is this? Why you kick my door?"
It's probably blessed to have plausible deniability, Gibby.
Yeah, turn around, Gibby. Gibby,
yes.
turn around.
Say no more. I will go and back. Enjoy.
Where's Mrs. Shit? What's her name?
Horace.
I mean, I don't think her name is Mrs. Shit. What is her name? So.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think so. I genuinely don't think it's that either. Mrs. What was her name? Wasn't it?
Are we talking the
Petunia?
receptionist?
Yeah, the receptionist.
Yeah, our receptionist.
Yeah.
Oh, she's definitely not here.
She died peacefully in her sleep while we were gone. Probably. She's fucking old.
We have a will to look after now. Okay.
Let's put him in a chair.
You turn around. Yeah. Let's go up to the loft where we're at our most quiet and away from people. People can't see us.
Sure. Someone grab a chair. Anyone got any rope? Actually, I got some rope. And yeah, let's do the usual. Tie him up and start torturing him until he can talk, or the other way around. It's his choice.
He will be able to talk. He will not be able to move, but still the rope will be a very good idea, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Well, wait. What do you mean he won't be able to talk, Jewel?
He will be able to talk. He will not be able to move.
Yeah.
This poison will act very quickly. We have an hour, and after that, he will be no more.
So, usually in these situations, I start with fingers or like knees or something like that. But if he can't move,
fingers. Oh.
Well,
sorry,
I start. Well, if depending on how willing he is to be forthright with information. But let me just. If he can't move, does that mean he can't feel? Because if he can't, then I have to rethink, the levels of, sort of stimulation.
Let's take him upstairs. Let's take him upstairs.
Yeah.
I assume we're doing this while taking him upstairs. Let's.
I can test the pain theory, and I'll do shocking grasp on his ass as I'm pushing him up the stairs.
And you just hear this.
Yeah, I think he can feel it. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's all we need.
Nice.
That's all we need. Yeah.
Get him on a chair and tie him, I guess, put his cuffs around over the back of the chair, and then tie his whole body around the chair.
Yeah, because he's also in those magical cuffs that we need to give back.
Oh, apologies. Before he sits down, Edgius is going to pull out his dagger, and because the chair that we've got has a wicker seat, he's going to cut the wicker seat out.
Someone's watched Casino Royale.
and then sit him down in the chair. And
are we getting his balls out, are we?
We'll see where we go. And cut the base of the chair out, pop him in the chair, and be like, and then tie him up around the fucking chair.
So you tie him up with his hands behind and sort of then pull the Hessian hood off, and he's sat quite rigid. And the eyes are sort of darting around, but the head itself doesn't move. A little bit of blood sort of trickling down out of the mouth.
Hey, buddy.
Now, usually in these situations, I go up to him and I backhand him. Start with that, and that usually sets the scene for what's coming. So we then can proceed again to his pace and to his desire. But I just wanted to. Are you all right there? And I just wipe his blood off of his the end of his mouth right there.
And you can see just by the eyes that he is really not wanting you to touch him.
Seeing that, Jules then gonna.
I'm not sure this is a consent situation, to be honest.
So Jules is then gonna go over to him in the chair and basically then sit on his lap. So straddle him, sit down, and get right.
Hang on, this just took a turn.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Just to try and make right. No, but the point is, hopefully makes him uncomfortable. Right. So Jules sits down, just gets right nice and close. I watched you and all the others. What was the name? Solara. Sorry, I haven't got my notes up because new computer. I watched you kill Solara. What we are going to do to you is much worse, unless you give us all the information that we need. So, how is that tongue of yours? Can it still speak?
Dragan's just gonna smile in this shit-eating grin, just like the biggest of fuck yous, and the only way he can express it, which is through his smile right now.
Well, at least you understand the situation. And we'll
At the count of five, Cavan comes in with an elbow right to his sort of like his eye socket, and just says, "That is just again. We're just trying to have an introductory greeting here. So, can you try again? How well is that tongue working?" And I'm going to count again.
And as you go in with the elbow, there's just this, and you can't move, but the eye just begins to sort of bleed slightly where you fractured the eye socket.
You know you will pay for this, yes?
Great. We have a walking, talking guest, guys. Fantastic. Who would like to initiate the Q&A?
I love how just
Kevin
casually
scares me
creepy
right
and psychopathic it is at the same time. I love it. Kevin is in his element. I'm having a wonderful time.
Yeah, you know it's bad when Kevin's got a smile on his face and we're all just
Yeah, he's happy,
going,
which is scary.
Yes, will be like, I'll go first. I'd love to go first. Can I go first, Kevin?
Oh, absolutely. The floor is yours. But just one reminder, the clock is on. So 5 seconds after the question is asked, if the answer is not forthwith, you know what's coming.
Wait. I want to get him. I want to get him this time, Kevin. Can you let me get him this time? I want to do the 5 seconds this time.
Oh, sure. Yeah, equal opportunity here.
Okay,
Amazing. I appreciate that.
Sorry, quickly. Above table, what are we trying to get out of him?
I assume we're trying to find out Mayanora, we're trying to find out about the Void Conclave, we're trying to find out about Klein, and then we're also trying to find out about like what they're trying to do as elders within Morse Taesi, what this shit is, what's happening.
Yeah.
Why do they kill Sylara?
Yeah. We'll take it in
cool.
turns though.
No, it's fine.
I've
only done that because there's been so many weeks between. I'm like, well, let's I need to get back on the same page.
Okay, so my question to you, Dragan? I've forgotten your name. It was just so unimportant to me.
Dragan, you measly bag of bones.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cute. Okay, so my question is, who do you and the rest of the elders that have turned work for? Give me the organization name. And Aegeus will start counting. 1, 2. Aegeus gets to 3 and just fucking punches him in the face. Oh,
Just
sorry.
sort of licks some blood away from his lip.
I'm a singer. I don't count super good. My apologies. Sorry about that. Sorry, you were saying?
And you just hear from sort of downstairs where Mace goes, "If anything, a singer should be able to count very well, but do carry on."
You'll be next, Mace.
Enjoy this while you can. What's coming? Oh, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than Morse Taesi. And you're all going to die.
Well, he's
I
already
feel...
dead.
Guys, can I just... I am already dead, as Lex posted. But I'm not sure if you guys... I didn't hear an answer to my question. I just heard him say some shit that was just not relevant at all.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird. That's super weird. I'm gonna cast Frostbite. No, what's it called? Yeah, Frostbite. As I grab one of his fingers, his little finger, and just cause it to turn black with some with a Frostbite.
Very good.
He does get a con
make me
save.
Intimidation check then, please.
He does also get a con save
will
if
make
you'd
a
like
con
to roll
save.
for him. Go for it. You're welcome to.
Ooh. That is a 22.
Oh wow, jeez, yeah, he does save. I believe you still take half damage.
I've just thought that if Lex and Jewel were tag team this, we can do a scene out of Taken. Because you've got Jewel's 2 daggers, his 2 knees, and then shocking grasp.
Oh, goddamn. That's a solid 10 as Aegeus grabs his finger and nothing happens because he passes his save. And he's like, "Don't make me break it." I will. And then looks back to the group as if to say, "Support me."
And Dragan's just going to look deep into your eyes, Aegeus.
Your little spells do nothing here. You are well out of your depth.
Fine. Then what Jewel will
And
do
I'll
is
charge
exactly
a
what I
chromatic
just
orb in
said.
my hand and I'll put it towards his face and be like, how about big spells? As there's like a bubbling orb of acid right in front of his eyes.
And again, he's just gonna shit-eating grin stare at you.
Oh, fucking hell. Can we start chopping bits off?
Fine.
I'm gonna come up to him and just lower my head and my mouth to his ear and say, turn around to the group and say, I'm really sorry for what I'm gonna say, but look, motherfucker, we give you one more chance. And at that point, you start losing things. I promise you, you will lose things. But just as an introduction, this won't necessarily be you losing something, but you just feeling what may be coming. And I put my hands, my two fingers on each side in his eyes, and I start just pushing in to get him. And I just keep pushing until I get some sort of reaction from him.
So you just sort of push into the eyes, and he's just there. And
We can do it however you want to do it. And I keep pushing and pressing and trying at this point to cause as much pain as possible.
make me an intimidation check with advantage, please.
This guy just had to not talk.
Intimidation is 16.
16.
Oh God, I made a mistake.
All right, enough.
Possibly not. One more chance.
Why?
Lex, Jewel, and I step back.
And you can see, even though the eyes are open, because you can't blink, the actual eyeballs where you've pressed in now have misformed or deformed in some way, and there is just this liquid coming out.
Why did you kill her?
As you'd already electrocuted the eyeballs.
You're welcome.
Sorry, Dave, you said.
Why did you kill her?
She was getting too nosy. Too close to the truth.
And what is the truth? You all work for M?
Them? Oh no.
Then
She's
Klein.
just another pawn. Klein. You are all so simple-minded. Still don't see the bigger picture, do you?
Then
Took
illuminates
my
the bigger
ear,
picture for
Cavan.
us.
Trust me, who I work for will take so much more from you.
I am sure they will. But for now, you're the one you are going to hurt. So, who is it?
You still haven't answered the original question. What organization do you serve?
Sorry, what am I doing?
Intimidation check, please. But with advantage.
Okay, intimidation is not a strong suit. But it'll do with an 18.
Staring at the four of you now, and then Mace is going to chime up and down the bottom. Just a thought, but if you need any sort of metallic force, I can make myself available. And then Dragan's just going to look around, or the eyes dart around.
With the response of that, Joel will say, that is a good question. Can you heal him? It would certainly give us more to work with.
Mace sort of clambers up halfway through and manages to get just enough through, and then sort of holds a hand out. And
Oh, no. I don't want you to. I just want to know if we get him too close, can you bring him back?
provided you don't push him too well, I suppose actually I could stop him from dying all the way, but I can't bring him back from death. So maybe not kill him. All things in balance and that.
Yeah, okay.
We may slip. So,
Well, if you kill him, then we'll have to get the druids involved, because I can stop him from passing on, but can't bring him back.
yeah, it is a risk we are going to have to take, isn't it, Dragan?
It's Dragan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's irrelevant because you haven't answered the original question that my good friend Edgius here asked you. What organization do the elders serve?
Kevin pulls out a
Elders
wrench.
Serve the elders.
Kevin pulls out
The
a wrench
eyes dart
before
to
you
the
answer
wrench.
and throws it at his head.
And you see the eyes roll slightly, sort of dazed.
The elders work for the elders. We are our own organization.
You just said
And this
that you
does
work
not
for
mean
someone
we do
who's
not
way
get help.
worse. Fuck me. He's talking in fucking riddles. I cast suggestion on him.
I say to Jewel, let's just
And
fucking
I
kill
will
him.
cast it as well, in the hopes that we can make the DC harder because he'll have a good wisdom
That's
save, I
fine.
think.
I will give it a disadvantage roll instead.
Yes.
So whichever one of you's got the higher DC for the spell, let me know.
Mine's
I have a
14.
The save.
Oh, good. Good. 15
Is
is
it
the
a
higher
wisdom
one.
save?
Yeah, wisdom.
16 with a disadvantage.
Dickhead.
You can
I
see
would like
that,
to cast Acid Splash on him. It's a dexterity save, which he's obviously going to fail because he can't fucking move. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to slowly drip it out of my fangs, a drop at a time. So it's like an annoying tap drop, but it's just tss, 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 on top of his head, just acid burning into his head. Until it says 2d6, so I can do that 12 times in a row.
You so
Just
roll
little
me an initial 2d6 then, please.
And that'll be how many drips he'll get. He gets 6 drips.
Okay. And that's 6 damage, isn't it?
Yep.
Excellent. So as these 6 drips just...
This pain will only be temporary. Sooner or later, I will get out of here, and I will come for all of you.
Kevin's
problem
about to
is
lose
this-
his mind. And he is just like, turns to the group and says, look, we get no information, then he has no value for us, so let's fucking kill him. I'm happy to, with my bare hands. No.
Kevin,
Like, this motherfucker
Kevin,
has not said a
Kevin,
goddamn thing. Let's
Kevin.
fucking end him.
Kevin, the poison's
And
going to do
Kevin
that
is, Kevin
for
is
us.
just like
And
going toward him, and he's being
whoa,
held back.
pause. Kevin, pause. The poison is going to do that for us, and it's going to be way more painful than anything we can do to end his life. Now, we can do other things to cause him more pain, but look. Let me just, go over to him again and be like, look, dude, we are trying to just solve some shit to deal with this problem that you and your compatriots have started. Now, I understand that this feels like a situation that you're going to come back from, but there's really only 2 outcomes here. A third if you're lucky, but we'll talk about that in a second. Number 1 is we continue to mutilate you until the only thing that is left are your ears, so you can hear the screams of the women and children around you as you walk through the streets. Or, option 2 is we let the poison slowly kill you as your body begins to foam from the inside out, and you can enjoy that painful death. And then there's a third option, and that third option definitely involves some life. To what capacity that is, we'll decide based on the level of information. But look, dude, my friend's about to kill you. You've literally got a snake dripping acid on your head, and my other friend is about ready to stab you as well. I'm bored. We're all bored. you're just fucking wasting everyone's time. And according to my friend, I'm gonna pick Cog up and turn it towards him to show him that the like hour timer is probably about 10 minutes, 5 minutes left, or whatever it would be, and be like, you don't have much time left. So decide. Do you want number 1? Do you want number 2? Or shall we decide if we're gonna go with number 3 together? And you can be part of that decision. You can have some say in your fate as of life past this moment. What do you want to do? Decide, because everyone's ready to fuck you up right now, and I am the only person that is giving you some sort of option, my guy.
Make me a persuasion check, please.
Come on. Give me something that's worth it. Yes, that is a 21.
Hey!
It's in.
Dragan's gonna stare again deep into your eyes, Edgius.
Give me the antidote, and we will talk.
I will happily give you the antidote, but all that does is stop option 2. Option 1 still very much exists, and you're still tied the fuck up. So nothing really changes. So actually, I'm not going to give you the antidote. And again, your time is ticking down. You make the decision, but I'm happy to give it to you if you make the right fucking decision here, my guy. You can live and not be paralyzed for life or frothing from the inside or, mutilated to the point of sheer disgust through ocular vision. Exactly.
It is right here, and as soon as you give us the information, I will give it you. It is useless to us.
As Dragan coughs
Kevin
and
goes
spits out some blood.
Kevin goes up against the wall and just punches the wall and says, I don't know what the fuck we're doing right now.
Gibby's house is made of thin fucking wood. You punch through the wood.
It's technically a tree, so he's alright. He's alright. You just hear a voice from below going, hey, don't break the walls!
He's not
So,
talking.
what's
He's
it
not
gonna
talking.
be? What's it gonna be, my
Very
guy?
well. You think you are some big band of supreme detectives. You have missed the
That's what the
obvious
business card
so
says.
many times. The one I serve, I know him as the Shrouded Lord.
That sounds bad.
I
Fucking
tell you
finally.
the name freely.
And
'Cause I
and does he run the Void Conclave? Is that you?
The Conclave, mere puppets, those mages in their caves. Another one who comes to the Shrouded Lord asking favors. Wheels within wheels.
Cogs within cogs. And as he says this, his eyes flick to you, Lex.
Have I heard of the Shrouded Lord? Because I know a little bit about the old gods,
Make me a history or arcana check, please.
And how would
Duck.
we contact your Shrouded Lord?
History or arcana check first, please.
I'm using magical guidance, but it doesn't matter because that's still shit. 9. Fuck me.
No, you've not heard of the Shrouded Lord. And as Edgius, you ask, how would you get in touch with the Shrouded Lord? Dragan's just been in to laugh again.
Have you not felt it? Eyes on you, always. Someone, something watching you. Oh, you piqued his interest when you started asking about him. His plans will not be put in jeopardy by 4 amateur detectives. Kill me today, kill me tomorrow. I will return, and I will return with force. You have done nothing but made more enemies today.
I'm not
Well,
sure
if
you
we've
know
already
how
made an
death
enemy of a
works.
guard, we can't get any worse in here. So, I'd say we've peaked.
I agree with my friend. So, you work for this shrouded lord. How many major establishments in the region of Drymere does your shrouded lord have people planted like yourself?
Good question.
Oh, Edgious. Yet again, you miss the obvious. He is everywhere. We are everywhere.
You know, Edgius is going to turn to the group. I know we've got very little time left, but what is it with fucking people like this speaking in fucking riddles? Like, you would think they could just, like answer questions like normal fucking people. He's going to turn back around and be like, dude, you're really leaving me down to the first two options. Option 3 is really like drifting further away from you every second because you're giving this half-hearted answers to things. Look, where do we get in contact with people that you work for? Say we wanted to join you. Maybe you've misunderstood us. Say we wanted to join the Shrouded Lord. Say we wanted to aid, possibly become, I don't know, members, compatriots, comrades to people like yourself. Obviously not you, because you're a fucking piece of shit. But, you know, others. So my question is, how do we get in? What's the requirements? Who do we contact? Give me something, and I'll maybe convince my other 3 friends not to fucking completely eviscerate your corpse.
Dragan at this point, his eyes just close as a stream of froth and blood just begins to sort of pool down over his chin. And then when the eyes open again, they are pure black. And this dark smoke begins to roil out of the mouth and sort of out of the eye sockets as well. It begins to just sort of stream down like black dry ice, if you like.
You asked for me? Speak.
Shit!
Well, boys, now we're getting somewhere.
Hello. We are the Planar Detective Agency. We are looking to join.
I know who you are.
It's rude to interrupt people. We're looking to join your. We're looking to join your operation. Your friend Dragan here, and I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna grab the body that's being possessed and just shake the head by the hair, and then let it go. Told us that you might be one for us to talk to, and you're here now. So, yeah.
You are the Shrouded Lord?
I am. You will not be joining me.
What do you want?
Already fucked up one of my plans.
Good. What was it?
Kevin takes a second and thinks about how frustrated he's been with this whole situation and how he's been feeling like he's been banging his head against the wall. And he thinks back to his conversations with Mace about Paragon and about the balance and about trying to approach things differently. And he just goes over to Mace and whispers and says, "Keep it down. Does mentioning Paragon help us in any way here?"
Well, dear fellow, I don't know anything about this Shrouded Lord, but Paragon's a god. Not only that, god of balance.
Look,
Let's see what
Mr. Shrouded Lord, dude. We fucked up one of your plans. Obviously, you know, we're here to get an idea of what's happening. It's why we've speaking to your friend Dragan. If we didn't say we wanted to avoid fucking up any of your future plans, you know, and us joining and possibly, and I'm gonna like openly look to Jewel as if to be like I'm playing them. I'm playing him here, like the old edgiest head tilt. Like I'm trying to get us a way in so that we can bring it down somewhere from the inside. My friend Jewel has been to a plane of shadows. I myself command the shadows, much like yourself. An odd coincidence. If we wanted to avoid fucking your plans in the future, how would we join your allegiance, and how could we prove to you that we are like-minded individuals?
With this question, where Dragan's eyes were black, they begin to go a very bright red.
I am not some baby, child, or innocent you can fool, Edgious Bones. I know well what you wish and what you seek.
What is that? What do you know?
Death.
We seek...
Edgious goes rigid. Edgious goes rigid as you say death.
I will give you death. A friend of yours says hello, and he will see you soon.
You know what? I will give you death as well. Jewel will lunge forward and slit Dragon's throat like he did Silara's.
Very good. So as you go and dart forward and just drag your dagger across, smoke rather than blood begins to billow out.
We will see you
And
soon.
those eyes stay red and look at you.
Puppets. All of them puppets. Oh, Jewel. Lost a friend, did we?
Fuck you.
And I'll just reply with, "Lost a portal, did we?" And look really
The
smug.
head is going to immediately snap round to you, Lex.
Ah, yes. The little lost one. Memory's not quite what you wanted soon to be. Not quite what you remember. Alexis or Dennis.
My past is not important. What I do with my future is your problem.
I will see you all soon. I suggest you be ready.
The smokes begin to just seep back into the body. And as it seeps in, there's then that moment where the wound opens up and blood just begins to...
Edgious lunges
Pour
forward,
down.
grabs the neck, and is going to cast Cure Wounds on the neck slit.
It's a...
Why?
I can get more from him.
No.
Is he
you
still
cannot.
alive?
Make me a medicine check, please.
Fucking medicine check. Jewel, give me the antidote.
No.
Yeah, fuck him, Edgious. Fuck him.
Not 20. Fuck yes.
You feel the faintest of pulses, but it's getting fainter, and now as you heal that wound, you see yet again this foam and blood. just
Give
begin
me
to
the
bubble
antidote,
up
quickly.
out of the mouth.
I've got one last thing that we need to try. Give me the antidote.
The second we give it him, he's going to kill us.
Just trust me. Just give it to me quick.
No.
Fuck, Jewel! Fuck! And as Dragon dies and his body goes limp, Edge's gonna let it go and fucking throw it against the chair. The chair will topple over and fall to the ground.
He had what is coming, Edges. He had. This is, there's nothing here.
Jewel,
I could have
chasing
gotten
you.
more. I could have
There's
zoned
nothing
truth
here.
him. I could have gotten more.
What more? What more are you gonna get? You're gonna get that he has this fucking
We have
thing that's all
nothing.
around us
We
that knows
learned
everything.
nothing.
No, we
We
learned something.
Nothing, Kevin.
You know what we
You're gonna-
learned?
Fuck.
We learned that we're a little bit in over our fucking heads right now. We have no leads. This motherfucker can read our minds, and we can't actually physically do anything to him. He's fucking. He's fog. He's steam. He's clouds. What the fuck are we doing right now?
Edgius goes over to the
Everybody make
same
me
spot that
perception
Kevin
check, please.
punched. Edgius gonna go over to the same spot that Kevin punched and punch the same spot. Fuck! And punch the tree in the same spot. It's gonna be our punching spot.
Wrong one.
And again,
so
you hear from below, Gibbon just shout,
Hey, 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 hey! I said, don't break house. Calm it down.
Fuck, Gibbon!
What was that bump?
27.
I will.
9.
Are we making throws here? What's that? Did I miss it?
perception checks, please.
16.
Fucking hell. 10.
So Jewel and Edgius. Edgius, in your rage, you punch something, your head just sort of goes towards where the body of Dragan is, and Jewel, you, being so attuned with shadows, just see it. This shadowy spectral form just sit up out of Dragan's body, almost made of smoke and shadow and darkness. But in that, the form of Dragan. It stands, gives you that shit-eating grin, and dissipates through the wall.
Right. We need to recalibrate what the fuck we're doing here, guys, because the game has changed. Right? Does everyone agree that the game just fucking changed? We were chasing things that we could actually find, that we could actually feel, that we could actually fucking hurt. That ain't where we are right now. So
I thought
does anyone have
Klein
a
was
fucking...
I thought Klein was the ultimate goal, but he's just level 2 of God knows how many.
It does not matter. We are still going one by one. We will find them, and when we do, we will get more information out of each individual. Mayor Nora is our next step, and we have more information. As much as it feels like we are struggling, we do have this more.
We need to get somewhere where we can get warded properly. If they're watching our every fucking move and every word that we say, then how can we ever plan anything that they would know? They know everything. They know everything.
You know when you
Yes.
did that, you most scryed on Klein. Is there a way for there to be like an anti-scrying force field around us? Is that a possible thing?
I don't know. I've never heard of anything like it, but we need to try and find something, because if we're going to do anything about this, and I mean, it's not safe for us in Dryad's Gate anymore. If they know that we're here and they know where our location is, then it's not safe for us here.
Look,
Dude, they know more than that. They know what's in your fucking head. Like, it's not
Exactly.
like... Yeah, so you're right. Lex, we need some sort of, like, force field, some sort of bubble that blocks that shit so that this... Who the fuck he is, this shrouded
Also,
lord...
Yeah, we need to research whoever this deity is, because every force has an equal and opposite force, right? To oppose it. He is Shadow, who's the god of light, for example, or can Paragon have any influence? Can your demigod, the Watcher, help? I don't know. Can we fight Shadow with Shadow, Edges? I'm not sure how that would work. We need to find out what his weakness would be.
I don't even know where we begin. I genuinely...
Look.
All I know is we need something to jam this signal that they're sending to us. Sorry, Jewel. I'm just fucking pissed right now. I'm just fucking pissed.
I know. We have to remember, most of this is now mind games. They knew about us because we have been working with the Elders, and they have been telling everything, and they probably have been able to do research on us. They may well have even been able to get into our head a little bit. Fair. So they have that information. You now have to remember that they are playing mind games against us because we have gotten close, which means we are on the right track. Do not let it swerve you away from what we are trying to do. So, I understand that it is more than we wanted, but Lex, I think you'll understand and agree with me, that has been since we met. Everything has been more than what we wanted and bargained for. True. This is just another one of those, and quite frankly, I'm no longer surprised. The second he did not tell us anything, I knew he was going to die, because otherwise we let him go and we die. So, that is it. He was never going to tell us anything, and quite frankly, the fact that his puppet master came and spoke to us means we have pissed them off, and that is good.
Okay, well,
really
let's build
good.
on that, Joel. I love it. I think you're onto something. So in my world, the way these things play out is whoever has leverage has power.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so they have a certain amount of leverage, which is they can fucking read our minds.
Maybe.
But if we were to hypothesize what hurts them, what gets to the essence, what gets to the fucking bone, to the goddamn heart of the shrouded fucking Lord or whoever else that's involved in this, what makes them feel pain where they come to us and they say, let's talk, let's really fucking talk. Because other than that, we're just swinging our dicks in the fucking wind right now.
Then let's fuck up their plans. It's why they talked to us in the first place.
When we closed the portal to the Shadow Realm, right? That hurt him enough for him to show himself and tell us about it. But what is probably an interesting nugget, he showed himself via Dragan just then, right? But if he can enter this world, why did he need the portal to open? Why does he need the portals if he can come here anytime he wants? That must not be the case. He can possess people, but he probably can't get here without the portals. So the portals is what he needs to get here, right?
Yeah. Let's fuck up their plans. Let's find more information. If M has anything to do with this and is the one who's orchestrating them, then we will know much more information. Also, VS and JS, they were probably something to do with, again, trying to bring them into this world. Well, let's stop them from being able to do so.
So let me ask you
I know
this.
that is easier said than done, but let's do it.
I have two thoughts. I think Lex is right. I think there's a couple of avenues with the portals that we can go. We can find other portals that lead to the Shadowfell, and we can break them or, shut them down. We could also try and go help Callum, and in turn, Callum's father, in hopes that we can use Callum's father's ability to tear rifts in space and be able to maybe go travel into the Shadowfell to try and find this guy face to face. Now, another thought I was just thinking as we were going is, I don't know where we go from here. Our next piece is not laid out in front of us. But like I said, we're not safe here in Dryad's Gate. What I think we do need to do is possibly decide whether we go back to Morse Taesi, and there's only 2 other elders now that we know of that are under their control. Do we just go kick the door to the keep in, deal with those 2, fuck their plans up as big as possible down in this area, and then move somewhere else and start fucking plans up elsewhere?
Well,
my apologies. Three more. Thank you, Mace. I appreciate that.
Edgies, if you recall, we also had the Dryads on our side, and they were going to take Malt Taesi under their control as soon as they found out more information. This information we have been able to provide. I say we do not have any more blood on our hands. I say that from the one who dealt the killing blow. This is as far as we need to go. The rest of them, and I bet you that when we say take Malt Taesi, they will find it under no rule whatsoever. They will probably cut and run.
I guess the question becomes, obviously we feel we can trust Brahm, but how many of the people in Ireland, the Council of Ireland, are people we can trust based off of what we just found out and the expansiveness of this operation? I mean, here's something else completely out of left field that I want to just throw in the mix. We mentioned Paragon, we mentioned the, is it the Watcher that you speak to, Jewel?
Yes.
Edgis is going to pull out from his pocket the 2 seeds that he has left from Nimue and be like, this lady that we met that I got these seeds from, she was some sort of moon spirit or moon creature. The only light that I know in the darkness is that of the moon that shines bright. Maybe that's a path that we look into at some point as well. Just a thought.
Any help is going to be good, and brings me back slightly to my point. Yes, we cannot do this ourselves. We are going to have some level of trust. We have to go off the trust of those we know. So Brom, if he trusts those people, then get it going. If they are not trustworthy, then they will stall, and we will know that something is up. But otherwise, this is bigger than us, and other people are going to have to do other things. On that point, you were talking about that goddess, whoever it was. She wanted to plant seeds so that she could potentially come to other planes. That is, on a good side, hopefully, exactly what this shrouded lord is trying to do. Yeah, gain this. So, I think it is wise that you plant more of these seeds. Give her the options of being able to help us more, if she is willing. It was, after all, just a promise. But yes, I think it is paramount that we not only provide certain information, and cat is out of the bag, forgive the pun, but we need to tell everyone if they see these portals. Let us know, and we need to start.
Close them. Yeah.
We need to close them. We need to find ways of making it quicker and easier, and gives the ability to other people. And we need to make sure that we stop them and become one hell of a nuisance.
Well, yeah, and if we do more research, we might find out that they may draw power from shadows. So if we make sure everywhere is lit, street lamps, magical light,
Lex,
just diminish any sort of influence.
I'm sorry, I just suddenly remembered. We need to get this information, the information of the portal. We closed it and everything, back to the crystalline isles and to whatever the tower was called. We have. Sorry, go on, Edges.
Do you remember what he said about the wizards, though? Dragan specifically mentioned a group of wizards that were working for them. Yeah.
Well,
I
that
don't know if that's prevalent, but just
it is. It is the other group that branched off from the Crystalline Isles, and they believed were gone. The Conclave, and they believe that they are gone. Well, they clearly are not. So, the good wizards, let's make it simple. They're the ones who are going to be able to help us, and hundreds of them will be able to research a much quicker and a more efficient way of closing these portals, while we go and do all the legwork. And we can tell them that the other group are back for definite, and that they need to prioritize also finding any information about them. Plus, we need to give that information, what we find, back to them. We are, after all, kind of on this for them as well. Not just on our own.
So the plan is, give Brahm the zero evidence that we've collected from this encounter, but tell him the information that we've got. get him to go speak to the Council of Ireland, then I would suggest, if we're heading down to the Isles of Crystals that you mentioned, we stop by your city. You mentioned that there was some weird shadow happenings there. Maybe there's something for us to disrupt over there as we make our way down.
It is almost definitely what I am thinking. There is going to be something else there which we need to... I mean, for one, I want to just protect my own village. The other thing is clearly, yes, there is something along those lines, and let us fuck that up as well.
Also, that is where M is also from.
Is also from. So I think that is... all of those things are very, very good. I think perhaps we need to just get the information back to the Crystalline Isle. I do not think it is worth us going back there just yet. But persuade me otherwise if you think so.
Or going back to your village or back to the Crystalline Isle first?
Oh, to my village. Let us fuck shit up. But I mean, can we not trust someone to pass this information directly to the Crystalline Isle? Even if it is just a wrapped scroll?
I mean, I would trust Gibby or Mace
or Brom or Darrow
or Mrs. Montgomery, who's downstairs.
Really no.
Maybe not Mrs. Montgomery, which I mean, she can't even keep her eyes open half the time.
Look, you underestimate her. She is the chosen one.
She's the baby. She's the bad guy. She's the Shrouded Lord.
She's the Shrouded Lord who was just downstairs just going, I'm going to fuck these guys up.
That's how she knows all of our plans.
I mean, it's true. We could give it to one of them, I guess, but, you know, which one? I mean, Brom has to go to Ireland, so we can't give it to Brom, because he needs to go to Ireland.
Druids could literally tell a raven to go give the message to the Crystalline Isle. They can talk to animals, right? They could literally send a raven.
Daryl, can they do that?
Yeah, you've been awfully quiet, Daryl.
He's certainly not up here. He's certainly not up in this room. For all that shit.
Aramis is still by the tree, just sort of sat there, and he's sort of had an hour now where he's just been sort of like...
I'll open the window and shout out the window to him down the road. Yo, Daryl!
What? Oh. What?
Up here. Get your ass up here.
Fuck's sake.
I have some thoughts, but I guess we need as many bits of insight as possible. Can I bring Mace in as well? Maybe, I mean, you've been listening, Mace. Is there anything that you have from your perspective? Look, here's the thing. Our next step is important, right? We have to either pick someone that knows this game or someone that knows someone that knows this game. Who is that? Of all of the people that we know, who is the one entity that is the most important for us to go visit right now? That's all I'm saying. You heard the dragon. He said we're playing checkers while they're playing fucking chess. We're playing checkers right now, guys. We need the rules to chess. Who knows those rules?
M.
You're right.
Mace?
Yeah, I mean, it does not change what we are doing.
And then wherever that leads.
Yeah. We are still looking for M, but, well, we will continue to look.
If he says, actually, carrying on with the chess metaphor, I think it is, if he says that if the Shrouded Lord said that the Elders are pawns and M is pawn, if we work our way through the pawns, we're eventually going to get to the knights and the bishops and eventually get to the king, right? But if we follow the chess metaphor, we need to find out who his queen is and take her out, because she's obviously the most dangerous player on the board. He obviously has a right hand man, woman, person. We need to find out who that is, and that's probably going through M and through Klein. If we work our way up the hierarchy, we're eventually going to get to somebody.
So do we go to Stonebark? So because we think M is going to be there? I mean, we didn't even ask Dragan, and I kick his lifeless body on the ground. We didn't even ask him where M is or how we find M.
The conversation was not going to end up well. He was not going to tell us. But yes, I think we go to Stonebark. We find as much information. We might even find that she has circled back. At which point I will gladly give us the same smile I have just given to Dragan.
Mace, anything to add?
Excuse me, Edgius. As you kick the body of Dragan, it shifts slightly, and you see a chain sort of fall out on the neck, and this piece of obsidian crystal just thunk, hits the floor.
Is it like my obsidian
Mace
crystal?
then vaguely similar.
Is it like the one that we found at the portal?
Very similar.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Mace, as he's sort of propped up, holding his upper body through, and thinks at this point, you know what, I think I can squeeze myself through here, and just sort of then... and the floorboards creak significantly as he sort of then sits on top and sees Aramis coming through. Hang on, dear fellow, let me get out of the way, and shuffles back, and it's getting very, very tight up here now. Mace is going to sort of tuck his knees in and hug his knees slightly.
Daryl, can you send a message to the islands that they want to send? Can you get a bird to carry a message for us?
To the Crystalline Isle. Do we have any form of communication?
Come back to that in a second. As Mace looks at Cabin.
Yeah.
This is, well, it's a little bit more than I first assumed and planned on, but I'm with you to the end of the line, dear boy.
Yeah, that's I appreciate that, but beyond that, dig into that head of yours. Is there anything you can offer this situation that we can add that can build on what we've said?
Yeah. I mean, you've got ancient knowledge, right? Do you know who the Shrouded Lord is? You can roll that with advantage, Matt.
We'll let you.
It's an 18.
Hell yeah, it is.
Well, my memory is somewhat sketchy. It's been a long time since I was, well, buried in the dirt, and since my divine spark was...
Check your recycle bin, on the computer. That's where I usually lose stuff.
I remember something about the world before the gods and the old gods.
Mm-hmm.
And,
keep going.
Well, the gods came in to make sense of the chaos and drive the chaos back. Perhaps this is what this shrouded lord figure is. Something, at least. Maybe rings a bell.
What the
So he's
fuck
the
does
chaos?
that mean, Mace?
Yeah.
How
you
did
mean
they defeat him? Did they defeat him with light? With, I don't know, divine radiance? What are we talking about here?
Before my time, I was created for during the Age of Champions and the Divine War. As an agent of Paragon to fight the other gods when they were warring against each other.
So he
not part of the...
predates the Divine War, is what you're saying?
Perhaps. I don't know for
Gotcha.
certain. I am simply a soldier of Paragon at the end of the day.
If I've got my timelines right, if he predates the Divine War, does that mean he would have been around at the same time as Kronos, the time god that I discovered? Thanks, Matt. That was helpful. Appreciate
Ed
that.
just looks at Mace and goes, "What the fuck does everyone speak in fucking riddles? What the fuck is happening right now? Can no one give a clear answer today? What the fuck?"
Aramis at this point is up the ladder, is going to look to you, Edius, and Edius. Calm down. Listen, I can, you wanted some form of message sent to the Crystalline Isle.
Yes, is that possible?
I think I can get some form of creature there, but the island is pure magic, so hopefully I'm told there is some strange guard dragon as well. But hopefully,
Oh yeah, we
the right
passed his
intention
test.
message can get through. Oh,
So if the message comes from us, does that mean the message will also get through? Because we've already passed his test.
I don't know. It is wizards. I am a druid.
You have not had regular contact with the Crystalline Isle? As in, not you directly, but
No, they tend-
to Riot's Gate?
Well, maybe the joint councils have contact, but no, as far as I am aware, they tend to. Well, they go to Morse Taesi more often than anything else. It is the closest to.
That is where they dropped us off, for want of a better word.
That's suspicious, isn't it, Daryl? Do you think that's suspicious, Daryl? I think that's suspicious, Daryl.
It does make me slightly suspicious.
Suspicious, maybe. Maybe it is coincidence.
I don't believe in those, Daryl. I don't fucking believe in those 1 second. I think that word is a fabrication of bullshit that someone made up one time to cover their tracks.
Lex,
I am not sure how cow manure becomes coincidence.
Lex, what do you think?
You'll figure it out.
We were sent from the Crystalline Isle by those wizards to find them. I personally, I do not think that any of them have ulterior motives. I think perhaps they initially were connected to Morse Taesi, but I do not think that is. Well, they were connected to the Elders, though. They did say
Originally didn't
to
get a
ask
bad
the
vibe
Elders.
from the Elders. Yeah, we know how the Elders turned out, and I originally... Well, we never really trusted them, but when I was at the Crystalline Isle, I didn't get any sort of sense that they weren't elusive. They were quite forthcoming, actually, and then... they let us explore their libraries. They let us study there, learn there. I mean, I unlocked new powers within myself. I unlocked new powers for them. I think we can consider them allies.
Truly,
At the time,
I
they
do.
maybe saw you as pawns, though. Could you not, like, if they were working for the upper people, maybe you were recruitable pawns to fall along
Maybe.
with the scheme?
Yes, but
Well,
why
the only
would
way
they
to
send
find
us
out is to-
towards finding M? If they thought that they were going to send us on a trail that was actually going to give us information.
If we remember... Go on.
Go for it, Lex. No, go for it.
All I was going to say is, I know that the Shrouded Lord hinted at wizards, right? It could be to throw us off the scent. He could be trying to make us doubt allies we already have. But didn't the Crystalline Circle also say that they have other factions in the East that reappeared after being gone for a while?
Yes,
there could be
was
other wizard factions.
There were indeed rumors of a splinter group, very similar. They split away from the Crystalline Isle, as you believe it was the Conclave.
No,
they
I mean
split
like
off.
another crystalline circle that was lost but reappeared 30 years ago when
Oh,
were they in Nyland? Is that what it's called?
there was a partial connection to this, was it not?
Yeah, so there might be another wizard faction is what I'm saying, that it might not be the people we know. But we're not going to know unless we actually speak to them.
Let me ask you this.
Highland.
Yes, I was about to dive in on that as well. I don't know which one of you two spoke. You sounded very similar for a second there,
Mace.
Daryl
That was
and Mace. I wonder if. Let me just throw this out there as a thought. We don't know whether we can trust the wizards, though we think we can. We know we can trust Brom, but we don't know whether we can trust the Council of Ireland. We don't know whether we can trust, the pretty much. I mean, at this point, I assume we've got to just put it down to most of Dryamere. At this point,
I something like this. We either would have heard about it a lot. I think that we have sprung a leak in their information. They have stayed very secret until now. To be honest, no. I actually think this is quite underground. I think, to be honest, we can trust most people. Obviously, we don't know who to trust and not, but I do not think this is one of these, every house here is corrupt, if that makes sense.
I think the druids have proved their worth and trustworthiness.
Yes, very much so.
I 100% agree. But my question is this. I vote we go to Stonebark Village, irregardless of whatever we do. I think that's the next step.
Correct.
But I throw a thought out there that after Stonebark, we get the fuck out of Dryamere. Because we're not safe here already. We know this already. Why not possibly go to a third entity somewhere far away that would have no stake in anything to do with our lands? Maybe a place like Nihilim, like you just mentioned, where there could maybe be another council of wizards that would be possibly, and I'm not saying, like I said, I don't know, maybe it's just me not trusting people because it's been hard for me to do that since Bone.
No,
but
I think you're onto something. Edgius. We need to shake up the game. We need to shake up the game.
Is it worth getting help from a third party that might have some pull, and even if this is growing here in the east, maybe going out west, never mind. This growing in the west, we can head out east and possibly hope to maybe even warn the east of what is growing in the west. I don't know.
To be honest, Edgius, I think that, yes, we do Stonebark Village and we follow the trail. Wherever that leads us. In all seriousness, if we do not find anything, fine. But I'm pretty sure that we are going to be on the trail. We are going to find something in my village, and we follow it.
Yeah, we just got to follow the clues, man. Like I said, the hierarchy. We just need to work our way through the pyramid of puppets before we get to somebody who can actually give us vital intel.
I'm just paranoid, man. I'm just fucking, I'm on edge after all this shit. I think, it's just got me fucking on edge, guys. So, fine. But let me say this. Let's get out of Dryad's Gate as soon as possible. Let's tell Brom to go give his message, and let's get the fuck out of Dryad's Gate. Let's get whatever gear, supplies, let's rest up, and then let's get the fuck out of here. And let's take these people out of danger. I'm more concerned that we're in a highly populated area and we're currently a magnet for danger. I don't want to hurt anyone else. We've done enough damage to those around us.
Let's start getting sorted. I'm going to return these shackles. They were only on loan after all.
Yeah.
I shall see you back here shortly.
I'll go talk to Brom. Lex, do you want to come with me and we'll go talk to Brom?
Yeah.
Give him his message.
I will also come and accompany you.
Daryl, that's okay. Kevin,
okay.
Do you want to start collecting supplies for our journey? We've got a bunch of moose down in the stables. I'm sure we would probably want to take those to Stonebark. Do you want to collect some supplies, maybe some rations, possibly some potions, or we use whatever cash we've got left, and maybe leave a little bit with Gibby so that he can pretend like we're still here, so that if people come asking, he can tell people that that we're still here, kind of thing. Almost
actually thinking about useful items we might need. I'm going to grab the obsidian necklace and take it off of him, thinking if we need stuff linked to portals to open them, and we eventually want to take on the shrouded lord, we might need that at a later date.
Yeah.
Make me a charisma save.
Do not say, fuck's sake.
Oh my god. Fuck's sake.
Did you say wisdom saving throw?
Fuck's sake.
Charisma saving throw.
Oh,
good.
Mate, it's even worse. Oh no, you're right. You're a sorcerer.
21.
Oh, nice.
Very
Suck
good.
it,
There's
Dragan.
a moment where you feel a lance of pain into your brain, and almost like a corrupting force, and you just twitch and overcome it. And at that moment, Cog just flutters out, snatches the crystal, and just hovers around, points down to the bag to tell you to basically get the box out. You take the box out, he then opens it up, dunk, drops it in, closes the box. Very good.
I'll check the
Cool.
rest of
So as
Dragan's
you-
pockets before me and Lex leave.
Okay, make me an investigation check, please.
Oh yeah, we've got to search a dead body.
Also, I assume an elder probably has really nice clothes. So after searching his body, I'm going to strip the body and take the clothes with us to sell on our way to Brom, as well.
Very good.
Yeah, we can get Gibby to sew up all of the holes and blood and.
I was going to say,
stab wounds and stuff.
is this not better just to burn them because they're pretty fucking obvious what they are.
Well, none of us stabbed him, so the clothes aren't torn anywhere. We just punched him in the face a little bit.
I did zap him quite a lot. They've
just
probably
a
got
few
singe
bloodstain.
marks on them. Those.
Yeah, they're recognisable as the fucking elders, you know. Oh, I found these shirts.
Investigation, that's going to be a 14.
14. You find 60 gold pieces in a little pouch.
Fuck yeah.
Dragon's waist. The long sword
I'll chuck
is
him
left
to Lex.
behind. So the only other thing of note is this plate armor that Dragan wears, as the elder robes had actually been an illusion that faded when you attacked him. And that's when the plate armor was discovered. Now the helmet is missing as well because that was left back at the house, but you have sort of the rest of the plate armor. Now it is a very dark black color with a slight purple sheen to it. You can take it off if you want.
What, is it heavy, medium, light?
It is heavy armor. It is full plate armor, so heavy armor.
Kevin, you don't like armor, do you? Because it doesn't do you good for your fucking for your bonuses. Yeah.
Oh, there's a
Mace!
face for Danny to freeze on.
Fuck, that was horrible. Looked like I trusted a fart I shouldn't have when the throat.
You did look a bit dodgy there, mate.
No, I'm good without it. I like.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, is everyone having problems?
No.
I don't know if that's the
Oh, okay.
stream.
I was going to say,
Did the stri-
perhaps it's time for a break.
Go
The
down.
stream has dropped.
Is it?
It's buffering
Hello?
for me and loading.
Well, shall we go?
Oh, it's
for
still
a-
going.
Okay, for-
It's-
Oh,
Should we go-
oh. I
I
think
think
we're
it's
back.
still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
Thanks.
things
I
fine
think
on
it's
my
Fine
end.
on
Just
data.
data.
Brilliant.
Cool. Beautiful.
Brilliant. Cool. Well, yes, let's use that moment then to let things settle down, and we will go for a short break as the party goes their separate ways for a minute. I will say the final thing before the break. Cavern. As everybody else leaves and you are sort of there gathering supplies, you just hear the sound of fluttering wings. Just. It's at the window where Edgius had opened and shouted for Aramis. There sits a white raven with a small piece of parchment rolled up attached to its leg.
Ah, fucking doodle dandy.
I go up to it.
And that's where we will go on.
Yep, I go up to it and I untie it and take it.
Very good. Well, we will find out what that particular piece of parchment says after the break. So, thank you everybody for joining us for part 1 of episode 44. Hopefully that was interesting. Dragan was indeed a dick, but he is now a dead dick to some extent. So, yes. Cool. Yeah, everybody go get a drink and relieve yourselves of, go do your ablutions or whatever you need to do, and we will be back in a few minutes for part 2 as we figure out what the fuck we are doing next.
Hey.
Hello, everybody.
We are back. So, one of the things I didn't say at the beginning, because we hit a certain milestone just as we closed episode 43 before New Year, before Christmas period, which is we have hit 100 followers for the first time on Malt Magic.
Yeah.
So
103 now.
amazing. Thank you so much to everybody who has followed us and continues to follow us. That is an amazing milestone. We should probably think of something to do, since we've hit 100 followers. Sneak peek into something I am working on is a new set of t-shirts for us all, with the Planar Detective Agency logo on it. So look out for that coming
my God.
in the next month or so.
I will never take it
Or
off.
So yes,
we could get
never
it on a
take it off.
beanie, because we know there's a Captain Beanie down here.
I can do all of that.
Okay.
Captain
We can do
Beanie.
t-shirts, we can do beanies. I can put it on some
Underpants.
pants if you want, Danny. Yeah. See, I just knew that's where you were going to go.
If you put it on
been
pants,
friends far too long.
I'll show them off.
You'll do a Gary Lineker.
We'll get flagged on for Twitch because I don't know why I
George
could topless
Cleveland.
as well. So I was going to say because you'd see my nips. I don't know why. I can still wear a t-shirt. Technically. I don't know why my top has to be off, but
You giving yourself a wedgie? What's
think-
going on here?
I'm going
Side
for the sex
ball's
appeal in
fine as long as
2024.
it's not underball. We're all good.
Yeah, true. Oh, and now you can do top bollock now on Twitch
Yeah.
because the girls can do top boob. So we can do top bollock.
There you go.
I did not know. I did not know.
I feel enlightened as a result.
Yeah.
You got to
very
keep
much
across all the
Back
Twitch
on with
rules,
some
man.
D&D.
It's hard. It's hard work. Can I be in a jacuzzi? Can I not?
I
Can
run the
have my boobs
campaign.
out?
I'll
Can I
let you
not?
lot
Who
worry about the
knows?
rules.
Who knows?
Good stuff. So where we left off just before the break then was the party sort of going their separate ways momentarily to go and decide on a few things, grab a few things, speak to a few people, grab some supplies, and I think we are going to long rest then. But just before that, Kevin, just before you left to go and grab some supplies, a white raven landed on the windowsill and handed over a rolled up piece of parchment, which you take out and unfurl. And it's a very short note, written in quite calligraphic script, so a handwritten script, sort of a deep blue, royal blue ink, if you like. And it just reads, "Dear the Planar Detective Agency, I have
us,
managed
guys.
to see much. You have no need to fear us. Stick with your current goals. We are always your allies." And it's signed the Prime Arcanum.
Well, that's convenient.
Hey! Yeah, but remember, he can't see anything about who we're looking for, but he can see us.
Wait, who?
I know,
Divination
but I know what
wizard.
Edges is going to say. He's or doth protest too much. You don't have to worry about me, mate. Says a guilty person.
Arcanum.
I didn't do it!
Fuck is the Prime
Prime
Arcanum?
Arcanum.
The leader of the Crystalline Circle, and he can scry on everything. Basically, he can see all.
Oh,
He's a divination
cool.
wizard.
Cool. Oh, so we've got two fucking dudes creeping on me at all times of my life.
Luckily, you don't have a dick to play with, otherwise they'd catch you wanking all the time.
Fuck, man, you know Edgy
Happy New Year,
so well.
folks. I mean, granted, Edgius can just shapeshift into a form with whatever genitalia
Into a penis,
they
yeah.
like.
He can play with whatever bone he likes, you know.
Before we leave as well, before me and Lex go and tell Brom, which I'm not sure we need to do the scene of us telling Brom, we'll just tell Brom that we captured Dragan and go tell Island, fucking Jesus. But before we left, I want to give that plate armor to Mace. And see if Mace will wear the plate armor. Because if it's cursed, then it's not bothering one of us. But also if it's dope, then we can use, then Mace is getting a nice good buff. Because none of us need
Or we can melt it
heavy
all
armor.
down, and we can melt it all down into a new leg for him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Oh, can you
That's the
imagine if
one.
he gets
That's
like
the
the
one.
leg of necrotic resistance or something?
Yeah.
We'll take it to the blacksmith. Me and Lex.
Okay, so you're going to take the armor to the blacksmith rather than give it to Mace.
Yeah.
But we're going to make him a new leg.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Unless we can sell it for fuckloads of money, and then we'll do that instead.
Yeah.
Now, will I have given them? Will I have had an opportunity to tell everyone about this little note that landed in my hand?
I'm going to say that note arrived after the rest of the party have all left, so it's just you and Mace in the room right now. And Mace is just going to look at you and... good news, dear boy.
Listen, I think we're late to the party, and the Prime Arcana, most of this stuff is beyond me. My expertise is more muscle and less problem solving, and I hand it over to Mace and just hold it in front of him so that he can see the actual note, and it starts with "Dear the Planner Detective Agency" and goes on to finally being signed by the Prime Arcana. Can you make anything of it?
There's a symbol down at the bottom here as well. Some form of arcane rune. Or, well, looks like it might be arcane.
I mean, the question is, do we hold on to it until everyone gets back together? Or is there something... I can't see anything in here that would motivate me to do anything other than what we had planned with the group.
I don't know. I suggest we share it with them. It is addressed to them all.
Well,
indeed. This
of course,
Planner
yeah,
Detective Agency. Am I part of this yet?
I don't know. I don't even know if I'm... Does it matter? I mean, I don't even know what it is.
No,
Do they...
not at all.
Actually, though, I have seen they do have business cards, which would be kind of cool, but they haven't offered anything to us, and I don't even know the number or the...
Nifty badges that they wear.
Yeah. No, they haven't offered me anything, but we'll see.
Well, something to ask.
Yeah, could be some sort of
Anyway,
initiation
supplies,
or
boy.
dues or... Yeah. Right, let's go get some bits and pieces. I guess we need to get some healing potions, some other things for the moose down in the corral. I didn't even know we had moose. Again, I feel like I'm late to this party, and there's a level of information. Yeah, no, I mean, moose versus... Wait, don't you have a... Is that yours? Yeah, that's different, though.
Well, it's paragons that I can call upon.
Yeah, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, it's a celestial creature. It's called Elohanan.
Yeah, okay, well... Anyway, yeah, let's go. Lead the way, and you can... what do moose eat? I don't know what they eat. Or drink... Hay?
Grass. I have no idea.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
exactly.
But let's go ask whoever's looking and tending to them and see if we might get some information.
Yeah. So we make our way out.
Very good. You head off to the stables first, which are back towards the entrance to Dryad's Gate. And the conversation is had with the grumpy druid, who is even more grumpy now and sort of... Finally, you've come for the moose then, for fuck's sake. They've been eating all of my supplies here. And they eat everything. Vegetables, grass, hay.
Look, I know
take
you...
them off my hands now.
Probably, but... Look, we've had probably about as much of a bad day as you have, so let's just do this in as cordial a way as possible, because I'm up to here as well. So, again, total respect for your work, but we just need to do what we need to do and get the fuck out of here.
And he sort of gives you a look up and down and goes, that I can respect. Sure. Well, they're yours. I can offer you some grain, I guess.
Yeah. Just give us whatever we need for... How long do you think the journey is? And I look to Mace.
Sorry, where are we heading?
Fuck's
You didn't
sake,
catch
Mace,
it?
Listen.
I was... Mace, where the...
Bone
How much
Stark
ram
or,
do you have?
Bone Star.
No, that's what the elk's for. Ramming things.
No.
Fucking dick.
We're heading west, aren't we?
Yeah, we are... Or actually, we're in the west, and we're heading east. No. Fuck's sake. God damn it, Mace.
How about we just get a week's worth and then we'll deal from there?
Yeah, let's just pack us up with whatever we could need over the next 3 or 4 days, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah, I can do that. Let's call it 2 silver, just because I want rid of these fucking things.
Right. Mace, did you get anything from Lex as far as? I don't have anything. I don't have any cash.
We
at all.
arranged that off
Mace
camera.
is just going to reach into a
I'll give you
pouch.
some gold.
Hopefully this silver's still good in this day and age, and he just flicks it over to the grumpy druid, who catches it, and then Mace just grabs the shit, loads it on the moose, and starts corralling them off before the druid can say anything else.
Off we go.
Very good. Cool.
It's a 1,000-year-old chocolate.
Joel, going to come to you next.
Yes.
What noise does a moose make?
Like a deep elk.
Yeah.
What noise does an elk make?
Oh, good lord.
Like a kind of like whale
Yeah.
noise.
I'm pretty sure that was the worst impression anyone's ever seen of an elk. I don't even know what noise they make.
Something like that.
Right, here we go, hang on. According to Google, this is a moose.
Okay. All right.
Why does a moose and me have the same noises, but mine's my sex noise, and that's just a normal moose noise?
Just wait. That's a big difference.
And this is apparently an elk. Oh, fucking YouTube ads. Or other video platforms.
That's a hell of a sound that an elk's make. Good lord.
YouTube just pranking
That's not
Matt
even an elk
hard
sound.
right there.
Fucking hell.
What Magic suffers copyright infringement. Shut up.
DMCA for an elk noise.
we just reached 100 followers, and now we are completely shut down. Banned from Twitch.
That's an elk sound.
Yeah, that's their mating sound.
That sounds like
It's
the
like a
old
horn.
dial-up
That
noise
last
when I
bit-
used to go on AOL.
That last bit sounded exactly like me, mate.
Fucking elk ISDN line.
So now you know what a moose
Very
sounds
good.
like. You can replay that scene, and you can do the moose noise now when he corrals them out of the barn. I'll take that as a no. Okay, moving on.
Jewel, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm going to give the enchanted shackles back to the enchantress, or whatever her name was.
So you head off to the the Sorceress Sundry's shop,
Yes.
which is currently closed because it is the middle of the night.
Push him through the letterbox.
If it's okay. If it's the middle of the night, would not try and take them back. Would probably leave them with Gibby.
Cool. Going anywhere else?
No.
Okay, so you head back.
Yeah.
And you probably arrive back at the same time. Cavan and Mace bring all the moose up to Gibby's, and then Mace goes, Cavan, quick question. Where are we going to store them while I'm assuming we're resting up for the evening.
The moose?
Well, yes, unless you see any other creatures around here.
We just tie them up. We just tie them up on that tree, and like horses, I guess, or any other four-legged travel animal.
Very good. Do you have enough rope?
I've got rope, yeah, and pulls
Got
out
50 feet now that Dragon's dead.
Oh yeah, I've got. Yeah, and I say I gesture to hand it to Mace, and I say, "Do you know what you're doing? I mean, are they dangerous? Do they, some of them buck up? I don't know, kick backwards. What? Anyone know what the? As Jewel comes up, we're in the midst of this. I say, Jewel, you got ideas? What do we do with these?
I would have sort of tied them up. We'll be fine.
Yeah, no harm, no foul, no injuries, no danger. We just put the little rope around their neck and pull them over to the tree, right?
Should be fine. Yes.
So Mace makes an animal handling check and gets a 13. Manages to get the rope around sort of the necks and then just gently tugs it. But a gentle tug from Mace, you just see all four moose just But they move along and then they're tied off to the tree.
While that's happening, I pull out the note and I hand it to Jewel and I say, "Can you make any sense of this?"
She will briefly read the note and then.
Mhm.
Well, yes. The Archmage at the tower I was telling you about on the Crystalline Isle. Yes, he has the ability to be able to, see not too far into the future as far as we are aware. See many things away from him. He said that he was able to see us and many a thing, but not who we are trying to find. These shadows, and they could not. They were shrouded by all these unknowns, and that is very unusual for him. Anyway, yes, I suppose we should have realized they would have known that we intended to get in touch with them. So yes, no, this is good news.
Good news. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
You too notice the arcane symbol or glyph at the bottom underneath where it says a Prime Arcanum.
Is it one that I saw while I was at the tower?
It looks like it's a similar symbol to that of the crystalline circle, but there's also a couple of runes either side of it.
What's wrong, Joel?
I don't know. No, there may be more of a hidden message in this, but not being particularly magical, this is going to be have to be one for Lex. I don't know whether I'm meant to drop blood on it, lick it, or I don't know, blast it alive. I don't know. Magic is beyond me. So
yeah, well,
we should wait. But no, otherwise what I can read is good news. I also, I mean, it looks like it is from them. It is not an Oaks. So, yes, all good.
yeah. You hang on to it. I'm sure we need to tell the others, I guess, when we see them. But great. I'm glad it's good news.
Yes. Well, I'm going to go and tidy up all of, the blood and the left of what is the chair.
So if it's the middle of the night, I'm assuming we've gone to a blacksmith for no fucking reason. Because it'd be shit.
Blacksmiths work all night round, mate. They're busy making shit all the time, dude. This dude is definitely fucking
Perhaps we
awake.
do this lot in the morning.
So
The
I will
Dryad
say
Skate
you
blacksmith
head
does suffer from insomnia, I've heard, so he might be a...
You head towards the blacksmith. And you can see the forge is still lit, and it looks like there is some metal boiling away, or at least being prepped, ready to then shape maybe the next day. And you see a halfling individual just asleep in a chair next to the forge. Just sort of,
Maybe we come back tomorrow.
Cool. You sure? We don't want to just wake him up now with a large noise that would surprise him?
Right, if I roll above a 50 on the percentile dice, we wake him up.
Amazing.
I rolled a 1 and a 10 on the percentile dice. That's an 11.
Okay. We'll come back. Let's leave a note saying that we're gonna stop by and just say, Planar Detective Agency gonna come see you. Keep it.
I'll write it
poppin',
on the
my
back of the
homie.
business card. I'll write it on the back of the business
nice.
card, and I'll leave it on his lap.
Nice.
Because of course that's not
Make a
creepy
sleight of hand
at
check,
all.
please.
A what check?
We
Sleight of hand check, please.
we were here. We're coming back in the morning. Like,
15.
I watched you while you were sleeping. Yeah, very
Yeah.
good. So the 15, you managed to just sort of tuck it into the pocket without waking this individual up, who just continues to.
As we walk out of the forge, Edgius will slam the door loudly and then be like, "To Brahms."
again, maybe all this
Luckily, all of
shit
this
needs
was
to be done
outside.
in the morning.
Cool. So you head off towards the central part of Dryad's Gate, where the Grand Oak is, the Great Oak Tree, Sil Alarael. And there's a few druids sort of keeping watch and keeping guard. There are the actual guard forces of Dryad's Gate around as well. And they let you in, and you sort of motion that you're looking for Brom, and you can see that Brom is sat next to Sil Arael itself. Eyes closed, maybe in a sleep, maybe in a trance. But as you approach, his eyes then open, and he looks up.
Well, you're back quicker than I expected.
Yeah, we have some news. Lex, do you want to fill him in?
Do you want? Well, it's late, so I'll give you the short version. We kidnapped one of the elders, brought them back, questioned them. We have some intel that we want you to pass on, and he's dead now.
While he's saying this, Edgius is peering around the other side of the tree, looking for his little flower that he planted.
So, and you can see the flower is in full bloom as a beam of moonlight just shines down on it.
Right, sick.
Brom at this point is going to just reaches down next to him and what looks like a rudimentary kettle and just pours into a cup.
Right. Now I've got my tea. Let's start this again. And maybe not this short version this time. Lex, that was highly informative, my friend, of course, but maybe a little bit more detail.
Right. Dragan, one of the elders who killed Sylara, the newest member of the elders, who replaced the husband of the leader, who we suspect is in league with them, or had an affair with them, potentially. Anyway, that is a bit of a tangent. Shorter story? Right, okay. We kidnapped Dragan from his home, brought him back here to interrogate him, to find out more about who they work for, why they corrupt, so on and so forth. He wasn't very forthcoming, so we threatened to kill him. But in doing so, he then told us that he ultimately is working for the Shrouded Lord. If that rings any bells to you. Who then proceeded to possess Dragan and told us we are all puppets and pawns in his game. We can't stop him.
Wait.
Yada, yada, yada.
Wait. Details. Possessed? Dragan?
I think so. Well, he appeared through him, via him. Yeah. To talk to us, to taunt us.
Even in your hallowed spell area as well, he managed to get through.
Oh, fuck it up! Yes, that is a very important detail. Yep.
He got through your spell and was able to do that as well.
That shouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's Dragan, and I'm gonna pull a bag. I'm gonna pull a sack that me and Lex have been carrying around, and be like, "You asked for Dragan," and I'm just gonna like gently place Dragan in front of him.
So
we thought you could give it as a message to
a murder, then.
No, he died because he was possessed. The possession killed him. Isn't that right, Lex? And Edgius is gonna elbow Lex.
Yeah, I mean,
so it was
there is
poison
just to be a determining factor of death. There was poison, there was inflicted wounds, but I think the fatal blow was from the Shrouded Lord, maybe. Long story short, I'm thinking, compost for the tree. He could ultimately serve a purpose now and feed the great tree.
If he's associated with some Shrouded Lord and dark magic, I'm not putting him anywhere near the tree. In fact, I might send him out to sea and throw him there.
Feed him to the pigs or the goats.
Or the chickens.
Again, dark magic. Nobody needs dark pigs. Corrupted pigs.
Maybe take him as part of your... Look, basically we've come because you need to deliver a message to the Council of Ireland. So maybe take his body with you as to back up your messages as evidence of what's happened. We also found
That's not a bad
this
idea.
on him. Lex, we found this on him as well, and Ed just gestures to the old bag and is like, we found a necklace, a piece of a gem. We think it's a key to
Do not
to
touch
portals.
it, though.
Yeah, don't touch
it's in the box that I can't open, but as I touched it, I resisted whatever the effect was. But it's an obsidian amulet. Lex, I'm Lex. Cog, can you open the box momentarily? I'm not going to touch it.
Fucking Brom is just like, what the fuck is happening?
Did we all sniff something up in that room?
Lex has had a long fucking day. Lex is struggling. Brom is just going to sit there and go, okay. do your thing. It's just going to flutter around. Like, the eye comes around to Lex and just looks like, what the fuck? But then goes to the box, unlocks it, and picks up by the chain this obsidian crystal and holds it out. And Brom's just going to sort of hold his hand underneath and then takes his hand away. I don't think I want to be touching that somehow. I did hear your warning.
No touchy for you.
Don't touch it. Well,
we're gonna keep it.
This in.
No.
You're going to keep
we're,
it. Great. That's going to help with my message to the council.
Oh, I mean, we were thinking we'd keep it just in case we came across another portal that needed a key. We could use this, what we assume is a key, based off of another piece of stone we found in a portal of obsidian.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Do you see? I mean, you can
body.
take a.
That'd be great if you could take the body. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take the body.
There. Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool. Just wondering, is there we're planning on leaving Dryad's Gate for a little bit to go do some searching in a place called Stonebark Village nearby. I'm sure you've heard of it.
I've been to Stonebark.
As the official consulting agency for Dryad's Gate at this point in time, could you possibly aid us in any sort of could the joint councils possibly aid us with a loan, possibly of some money, so we can make sure that our journeys wherever we need to go would be able to help us out, or possibly even just compensation for what we've solved or come upon?
Persuasion check, please.
A persuasion check.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that these guys deal in herbs and spices more than.
Hey, saffron is worth weight in gold.
Hey, actually, yeah, no,
Saffron.
seriously, I'll take saffron by the kilo. That's fine.
It's a 15.
15. Brom's gonna sort of look at you for a minute, looks down at the body, looks at Lex, looks at Cog, looks back at you. I suppose you've done me a favour. I will see what we have left in the treasury, and then I'll get something
we don't need
sent to
all
you
of
by
it.
the morning.
We don't need all of the
I didn't
treasure.
say you were getting all of it. I said you'd get some of
you
it.
just said what was left. Sorry, I assumed you meant we were getting all of it. I was going to say we don't need all of it.
see what was
by any
left,
minute.
and then I was going to send something to you by morning.
I see.
Don't get ahead of yourself, young man.
And I'm assuming it's a 0% interest loan, right? 0% interest loan?
Oh, no, this won't be a loan. This will be payment for services rendered. You've uncovered a great corruption, so
you're straight up. You're straight up. You're a good guy. I just is gonna present a.
No offense, Daryl.
You stood next to us.
Aramis is just gonna stand. I put up with a lot of shit these last few days. Where's my payment, Brom?
Oh, hey, it's while we're on it, actually. If you're going to commend anybody, Daryl has been invaluable, and I think he deserves a promotion or a
promotion,
accommodation, I don't know, whatever, a special place on the tree.
I mean,
we don't hang the druids from the tree, if that's what you're on about.
Well,
that's not how this
I don't
works.
know what you do with the tree in your own time is your business, but I think he deserves special recognition. He got us out of a couple of scrapes there.
I need someone to watch over Sir Ariel while I'm gone. Aramis, you just got your promotion. I'll leave you as stand-in archdruid while I go to Island.
Quickly, before this whole decision is made, I will just say this. Daryl, Aramis, you're always welcome as part of our team. I don't want to put you in a hard place to make a decision, but if you want to come with us, we could always use a tree-traveling druid on our adventures. So if you wish to join us, you're welcome to, but also fully understand if you don't want to. Just thought I'd extend the offer to you, as you have been such a good friend and a useful asset in our arsenal of very few tools at this point in time.
Yeah.
I mean this with the greatest respect, but fuck.
That's understandable. Yeah.
That's fair. Okay.
I've seen more shit in the last 2 days than I needed to see in my lifetime.
Well, that's what happens when you engage with the Planar Detective Agency. And Edges is going to put on a pair of sunglasses and give him a pose, turn to Lex and be like, let's get out of here.
So you need to walk
expecting
under
a
some
little
police
Bill and
line, and you need to
Hawaii Five-O.
The Who starts playing.
A theme tune was about to kick in then.
bit of the Who, everything's
was.
going on there.
Yeah, very good.
Head back.
Brom, as you walk away, is just going to turn to you, Lex, and say, "It's an interesting character, that one. But thank you again. I will. Well, it looks like we are not going to war, but I'm about to go put a city under martial law. So, good luck on your journey west. As I said to you before, Stonebark has gone quiet of late.
All I will say is try and fill Morse Taesi with as much light as you can. I don't know if they draw power from the shadows, but we can only help, right?
The Dryad will guide me, as she always does.
Well, peace.
Farewell.
Head back.
I like to think that Edges is just walking into stuff because he's wearing sunglasses at night and it's just fucking dark. He's just fucking walking into
Tripping over tree roots.
He's already making fucking bad vision decisions without eyes in the first place.
Brilliant. Very good. So you get back to Gibbons, and find sort of Mace, Jewel, and Kevin stood by the moose that are all now tied to a tree. And Gibbon is sort of outside and looking. If they shit in my front lawn, you are clearing it up. All of you.
Shh. Oh, well,
Hey,
we're going to be
Moose
back.
is the best fertilizer for your lawn. I've heard.
I heard that as well. Yeah, I've heard that as well.
too.
Very rich
Okay,
in nutrients.
Well, I put it this way: if they shit on my lawn, you either rotivate or do something with it. But I am not clearing up moose shit.
And you can also collect it and use it, and it makes beautiful pottery.
Yeah, pottery.
There's a tribe out to the north that does that. I've heard.
Oh, really?
To the north.
What is
And
it?
you can burn it for fuel. It's free fuel as well instead of logs.
Lots
Great.
of applications. Yeah, it's really quite versatile. Yeah. I mean, it's actually probably.
I am going inside.
Okay.
a benefit.
You have made your point. Okay, I will fucking. I'd find a bag. Jesus Christ, who is this?
Long rest. Let's go pass out, guys, and then we'll deal with this in the morning.
Mace hears you say pass out and goes, "Oh yes, long rest," and just shuts down outside.
Can someone remind me why I have a resistance to lightning? Who's that from?
Because you had a particular spell cast on you by Mr. Edgiest Bones.
That's the one.
No,
Heroism.
sorry, it was cast upon you by Aramis, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Which was...
I don't know how to get rid of it.
to energy, just unclick it.
Oh.
Or
There you go, delete.
What's that in your hand, Cavan? Piece of paper you're just letting flap around in the wind.
Yeah, no, I gave it to Jewel and he just gave it back to me. It's a
Yeah,
note
look.
that I was. Yeah. It's and I wanted to talk to you about it as well. Jewel said it's good news. Yeah, he
Lex,
said it was good news.
Do you mind quickly having a look at the symbols? Are these arcane? Do they tell us any more?
Yeah, of course.
Read
dice
it,
am I rolling?
obviously.
What's happening?
an Arcana check, please.
While Lex is looking at
For
the
arcane
symbols, Aegeus is going to turn to Jewel and be like, Jewel, you're telling me that we need to trust these people who are telling us that not only are they watching us, they're powerful enough to watch us, but they send a bird to deliver this message. Do you know how cruel that is? Clearly they have the magic to send us a message telepathically, and yet they send a bird to deliver the message, and these are the people we're meant to trust? These are savages.
It may even be that they cannot get a message to us while we are in our protected room. This is the only way. This is good news again. We have actually done a good thing.
Good news.
This bird,
Yeah.
That bird flew hours, days, maybe weeks, and they could have just... They're watching us the whole time, and you're telling me there's no cruelty, and we're just going to trust these fucking wizard dudes.
Yes.
I don't think we can talk about cruelty when we've been holding some moose hostage for several weeks now.
That is a good point.
I would like to say
Arcana
that
check, please, Lex.
I rolled a big fat 9.
A big fat 9. You look at them, and you're not sure what they are, and you sort of thumb them a little bit, and as you thumb them, the parchment itself transforms. And there is some more text, which then forms and takes place of the text that was there previously. My dear Jewel, Lex, Callum.
Oh.
Although, when you find Callum, at least pass this message on. I have seen your actions to an extent. Your challenges. I understand your concerns. Keep on the search for M. Something tells me you are close. There is portents, stirrings, stonebark. Jewel, when you get to Stonebark, there are questions and conversations I think you need to have with your mother. Ask her about Mayanora. She may know more than you previously thought about.
Oh, fuck.
Motherfucker.
As always, you have our blessing and our greatest wishes of luck. When you need us, we are here. It's then signed the Grand Magister of the Crystalline Circle of the Crystalline Isle.
Jewel grabs the letter and whips it to Edges see?
And he
These are
didn't tell
guys.
you this. He's clearly known about this, and he's not told you.
No,
Am I
he is
going
learning at
crazy
the
here?
same pace we are, because he sees it when we see it.
Yeah, he's giving us the information as it becomes clear. Hang on a minute. Your mother may know about M. This may be a too personal of a question. Is your mother your biological mother?
Yes. My God, if I am related
Do you have-
to
do you have
M,
any
I am going
siblings?
to stab someone.
Oh.
Preferably them, right?
Well, probably. But, oh man,
Yeah.
let us
Them
just
or
hope that they, well, yes, that they just know of M, them.
To be fair, though, if they grew up in your village, most of the village will probably know of her.
Well, quite probably. Also, she was, after all, basically the librarian of the village, keeping notes and the historian. So, to be honest, I would hope that they would know of M.
M or your mother?
My mother was the librarian, historian. So
The record keeper, right? Okay. That makes sense then. So that right.
Sort of. It is where I got, I got my interest in reading and being able to, well, not necessarily forge stuff. Yes. Yes. So.
Well. I was worried for a second he was implicating your mother, but actually, logically, it makes sense. If she's the bookkeeper, she would know about everybody in the village.
Yes, and after all, I was just simply following someone. We did not know who, and it was not obvious who we were following. We only know of M when we left Thelissa. So yes.
Okay, let's go inside, and then let's let's rest, and then let's.
I am not going to sleep well tonight. I want to leave now, but I realize we need to rest.
Do you? I mean, we can leave now, and if we want, we still have the cart. And Edgius is going to point to the cart and be like, "We could just rest in the cart, take turns at resting, and."
No, we will not sleep well. I think fresh travel. We are safe here, and we are not safe on the move. That is something we need to make sure that we remember.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like it's mostly good news. I did want to ask a little something. The carrier pigeon handed the note to me, and it was titled to the Planar Detective Agency, and Mace asked me actually, and I didn't really have an answer for him on what the protocol is on entry or subscriptions or invitations, or I didn't have an answer for him. Yeah, the whole thing is, do you have a bit of a handout or something, or is it by invitation only, or is there a committee vote, or like how this is not for me, this is mostly Mace was asking to just kind of know what the timeline is for new members and all of that.
To the Planar Detective Agency?
Yes,
or to the Crystalline Circles. Just want to make clear.
No, yeah.
I mean, to the Planar Detective Agency. Yes, I realize
saying you
it
want
has
to be
only
a wizard, Kevin?
You're a wizard,
was
Harry. What?
You beat me to it by 4
do you
seconds.
Want to join the Planar? Do you want to join the Planar Detective Agency? Is that what you're saying? Do you want to be a detective, or do you just want to be our consultant?
I'm not sure really what either of those do. I just feel like I'm happy to be part of this group, and I don't know if it needs to be official or anything, or I need to be on a business card. That's probably too far or whatever, but I don't know, maybe.
Hey, how about we become the Planar Detective Agency and Associates, and then you form part of the Associates.
I mean, either that or, quite frankly, Kevin, I am quite happy. As long as Edgius and Kevin, have you sorted your shit out? If you have, then please
all those in favor say aye. Aye.
I please be part of it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
There you go.
And I look to Mace, and I kind of I elbow Mace, and I say,
Callum's vote at some point.
Yeah. Well, you know what I feel about Callum.
Look,
so
we have the brains, and she points to Lex. She has the looks, points to herself. But with a massive smirk on her face. Look, we clearly need the muscle. It is great to have you, helping us out, and why not? Oh, you have the charm, of course, Edgius.
You're the
of course, you have the
right?
charm. It's the brain of the operations.
You guys.
And
stop.
look, I know you do not want to speak about it, but I realize that Mace is here to keep me alive, and we're all thinking it. So I will just say it. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
okay. Well,
although you do need to work on your deception detection, Edgius, because Jewel's definitely pulling your leg there. Oh. Charming.
Oh. Ow. Shall we go to bed? Jeez.
Oh, I don't need to roll an insight check to check his hurt his feelings.
Fucking hell, hardly
Very
sleep
good.
much. Yeah, we go to bed.
So with this uncomfortable silence, you all just like, let's go to bed. And sort of wander back into Gibbons, and Gibbon at this point is just curled up in his little cot in the back of the room. You notice there is a little teddy bear which he clutches as well as he's asleep, as the curtain is not quite drawn to where it's usually drawn.
I will
Quite
leave
literally.
him. The 60 we stole from Dragan, I will leave that as another down payment with a little note.
Nice, yeah.
Very good.
We'll still
Also
probably
to
owe him
Calvin.
about £8,000, but
Yeah, that's true. I'll say to Kevin as we're going upstairs, look, man, I know these guys are all on board with it, but I don't trust that prime directive head wizard of fucking crystals as far as I can throw him. Who sends a bird when they're that powerful? That's fucked up, man. That's all I'm saying. The fact that he's trying to say, oh, Jewel, you're doing this, and oh, stay on your path. What if M is defected from their cause? What if they're sending us to bring down someone that's defective of the cause anyway? I don't know. I'm just struggling to
they're-
trust anyone.
Kind of pulling us into deeper into their web, almost luring us to a place they want us to be rather than a place that we need to be.
I don't know, Kevin. Something just doesn't feel right to me. Something deep, deep in my not stomach just feels really, really off to me.
Yeah.
Let's just keep our heads on a swivel.
All right, man.
this is when the raven transforms into a person and Ginger for being rude.
Luckily, the raven has already fluttered off. Cool. So you all wander back up into the room.
As we go to sleep, I would like to, because Jewel mentioned that they reckon they're going to have trouble sleeping. Before Edgius goes to bed, he's going to cast sleep on Jewel so that Jewel can sleep good, hopefully, and actually have a proper night's sleep.
Very good. So you take out your lute, begin to play a little tune, and lull Jewel into what starts as a magical sleep, and then natural sleep takes over. As long as Jewel is willing.
Jewel is willing, but her dreams follow her thoughts. Thinking
We're
of
going to get to that in a
the...
minute.
Oh no.
Thinking of her mum's work.
Very good. So I will say then, as you all bed down and all fall asleep, leaving Mace outside shut down watching over the moose, as he is still alert in that state, just inert, so to speak. And Jewel, we will come to you first as you enter into that magical sleep which turns into natural sleep, and you think on your mother and your family. Very quickly you remember your childhood home. And then you step through a door and into a room that is not your home, but a gallery, an ancient gallery. The walls adorned with these paintings that almost seem to just whisper secrets. As you walk slowly through, the paintings morph, and you see scenes of your past, some distant past, some more recent, but each one with this dark, shadowy figure, almost like a puppeteer manipulating events from behind the scenes. And as you walk towards the end of the room, a grand, ornate mirror stands in front of you. And as you peer into it, you see not your reflection, but a shadowy, twisted version of yourself that just beckons you to step through. Lex. You begin to dream as well. And almost similar to Jewel, but slightly different, you find yourself in this hall of mirrors, each reflecting a very different version of yourself. Some powerful, some broken, some unrecognizable. You reach out to one and touch the silvery glass of the mirror that shatters as these shadowy tendrils reach out and pull you into a void. And in that void you hear a voice that resonates with eerie familiarity, that speaks of destinies intertwined and an inevitable embrace of shadows. Cavern. You sleep. You begin to dream of a forest. A familiar forest that you've walked through so many times in your youth, outside of Union City. But you notice the trees themselves are twisted. The shadows of the trees almost reaching out and grasping like hands. As you walk, you turn and see that the path behind you is disappearing, swallowed by this encroaching darkness, as whispers begin to fill the air. Whispers that promise power in return for unknown services. And you look up and see a sky that is a tapestry of dark, swirling clouds that just block out all light. And finally, Aegeus. You stand in a place that is unfamiliar. Or is it? A battlefield. One that is shrouded in perpetual twilight. The ground littered with the bones of the fallen, which very slowly start to knit together and rise, forming this undead army. You look into your hand and find your katana. You begin to fight. And you fight valiantly. But for every skeleton you destroy, 2 more rise. And you begin to grow weary. You look into the distance and see as a shadowy figure watches from a hill. Red eyes glowing with malevolent satisfaction. And that, my friends, is where we will end episode 44 of Malt and Magic Campaign 2. So the stakes have just risen, my friends.
Oh, dear.
That was a lot of fun. We have kicked off 2024 with a bit of a bang, a little bit of a direction to go forward with, and I'm sure more will get revealed as we move forward. But yes, thank you all for joining us once again. I hope you have enjoyed our first session back of 2024. We will get back properly into the swing of things now with our next episode next week, and so on and so forth. So please do return next week and join us for episode 45. As I'd previously mentioned, we are going to try and do some more regular recaps this year as well. So I said at episode 60, we will do our next recap recap of the previous episodes, and then we're going to try and do every 10 episodes from there. So look out for those. It will mean that it'll give some of the cast a night off every now and again as well, and we might mix things up with who's there, who's not, but we will discuss that as a crew. So please look out for that. That is obviously 15 episodes away, so yes, bear with us on that front. I will double check as well, because I think I said 60, but I might have said 50 now I think about it, but we will confirm that on social media and on the Discord as well. So yes, look, I'm not going to drag this out too much longer, because we've all had a lot of fun, and I want to leave you with those dreams and everything that's just happened in episode 44, and that sense of what the fuck's just happened, as we then go into episode 45 next week. So thank you again for all the support. A happy new year once again. It will be the final time I say that on stream. We love you all. Thank you so much for the support. Stay safe. We will see you next week. And yes, until then, we will see you next time.